President Biden says he does not think Russian leader Vladimir Putin is testing him with another major ransomware attack, this time against a major meat processing company. But the strike against JBS comes on the heels of a devastating attack against an American pipeline company, and just ahead of the first summit between the two leaders. National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin has the latest from the Pentagon. Good evening, Jennifer.
Good evening, Brett. The most recent Russian ransomware attack targeted meat packing plants from North America to Australia. Some workers returned to their shifts this evening in Colorado and Nebraska, but it's not clear when all 9 processing plants here in the U.S. will be back at full capacity, raising concerns about how long this will last and who will pay. The cyber attack on the world's largest meat supplier comes less than a month after the Colonial Pipeline hack. President Biden says he plans to raise the issue with Vladimir Putin when he meets with the Russian president in Geneva in 2 weeks.
Mr. President, will you retaliate against Russia for this latest ransomware attack?
We're looking closely at that issue.
Do you think Putin is testing you?
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki says ransomware attacks have been rising in recent weeks.
President Biden certainly thinks that President Putin and the Russian government has a role to play in stopping and preventing these attacks.
One of the country's leading cyber experts says Russia has ignored U.S. requests in the past.
The Russian government is allowing them to operate within their country. They have refused over the years to extradite those people or even to arrest them. And at some point, we need to start holding them accountable.
JBS has more than $50 billion in annual sales worldwide and accounts for 20% of all the beef, poultry, and pork sold in the U.S. Its American headquarters is in Greeley, Colorado, an hour north of Denver. So far, there have been no meat shortages, and the company says a majority of operations will resume today. Our systems are coming back online, and we are not sparing any resources to fight this threat, JBS said in a statement. The disruption couldn't come at a worse time for restaurant owners who say meat prices as a result of the pandemic are already at a 6-year high.
Here's one of our prime grade briskets. This piece of meat would have cost us about $50 here in the restaurant just in March. Today we're paying about $90.
Dmitry Alperovich says the White House must go after the payment source for cyber criminals, cryptocurrency.
The reason why we're seeing so much of these ransom and extortion campaigns is because the criminals now have a way to collect these payments in a basically pseudo-anonymous fashion.
Just weeks ago, Colonial Pipeline paid $4.4 million to its Russian hackers using cryptocurrency. And we've just learned of a new ransomware attack today targeting the Steamship Authority in Woods Hole, Massachusetts, that ferries vacationers back and forth to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. Officials say hackers also infiltrated the Metropolitan Transportation Authority in New York in April, but the MTA said it quickly shut down the breach. Brett?
Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon. Jennifer, thank you.